Good afternoon, good evening, good middle of the night if you're listening in California to Pompey Sound. Here is the very latest from in and around Fratton Park for today. It's coming up to Monday. It will be Watford Day very shortly.
Pompey Sound update. The latest from Fratton Park on the hour, every hour. Fueled by Piglet's Pantry. Click pigletspantry.co.uk to get your fill.
John Messino is talking about Colby Bishop's chances of being fit for Watford. He says,
Colby took a knock to his knee, so he's iced that. I don't know how bad it is. We will assess him over the weekend. He has very, very rarely come off in games. Unless he's had open heart surgery, he missed 2 matches after picking up an ankle strain at Burton in November 2023. Apart from that, you know with Colby that he will play, particularly as he's really hungry for goals. Whether he got this hat-trick or not, he really wanted to stay on against Norwich. I don't think we'll have anybody back for Monday. We just have to take care of the ones who played on Friday. There's Colby with a knock, and we'll see how Rob Atkinson. He was fine against Norwich, but obviously tiring. It took him a while to recover last week, and we are really glad to have him back. Shaughnessy is slightly different to Rob. Rob has been available for 90% of the season. He was available for the first 6 months for Bristol City. He obviously missed out for a small period with us, but we felt we could get him back quicker because of that. Whereas Shocks has been out for 37-odd games, so we have to be much more cautious with him. While Lange is 10 weeks into a 12-week injury, so it's very, very unlikely that we will see him. With Waddingham, we are awaiting the scan results, but I don't think we will see Tom for the rest of the season. I also don't think we will see Alex for the rest of the season.
Colby is now our joint top scorer along with Callum Lang. They both played roughly the same amount of games, I think, and interestingly enough, their goals per minute, or minutes per goal, I think it's 238, is identical. And they're both invaluable to the club. We are a very different side when we've got Lang and Colby Bishop in the side. At the moment, we won't have Lang for the rest of the season, despite his efforts to persuade the manager that he's got a couple of games in him. We do want Colby against Watford, of course, but we don't want to risk him. We don't want him to pick up a knock that's going to leave him out for the rest of the season and maybe vulnerable to a recurrence at some point in his future. So, again, yet another tricky one for the management, but it sounds as though, again, Messino is getting it absolutely spot on. A point will do against Watford, but we'd like the win, wouldn't we? We'd like the win, and we'd like to be making a lot of noise when the final whistle goes. Stay off the pitch. Please stay off the pitch. We're in trouble enough as it is with the last pitch invasion, and now these objects being thrown. I hope the programme and the tannoy will make it very clear before the game, and maybe even at half-time, under no circumstances encroach. Really important. We could get docked points. It's been discussed, but I think it's mainly journalists speculating the worst-case scenario, which, of course, is their job. A great many football statistics are either irrelevant or uninteresting, but these two go together quite well, and they are food for thought.
Portsmouth are unbeaten across their last 10 league games played on Easter Monday, winning 7, draws 3, since a 4-2 loss at Vicarage Road against Watford in 2007. Watford are winless across their last 7 away league games played on Easter Monday, drawn 4, lost 3, conceding 2 or more goals in 5 of those matches.
So there it is. For a long time, 10 years, Pompey have been omnipotent. Lovely word. On Easter Monday. And Watford can't buy a win. So will that make any difference at all on Monday? Surely not. But on the other hand, you know, certain things, as they say in football, are baked into the brickwork. So fingers crossed. The football news agency, The 72, have set their experts to work on predicting Pompey versus Watford. Harry Mayle says this.
Portsmouth only need 1 win now to secure their survival. Pompey will be in confident mood after their win at Norwich City last time out. John Messino has done a great job at Fratton Park and deserves great credit. They have been strong on the whole at home this season and will fancy their chances of a win here. Watford don't have anything to play for and will be missing a couple of players now here through suspension. Tom Cleverley won't want his players to put their feet up though. The Hornets do have some dangerous players and can cause problems for anyone on their day. However, I think they will lose this one. Prediction: Portsmouth 2, Watford 0.
Meanwhile, over at news agency Sports Mole, this is their take.
Portsmouth remain without the services of Callum Lang, Paddy Lane, Alexander Milosevic, Ebane Buot, Hayden Matthews and Jacob Farrell. Forward Thomas Waddingham is unlikely to be involved after being absent from the last two matchday squads with a hamstring problem. Connor Shaughnessy is closing in on a return to fitness, but Monday's contest may come too soon for the central defender. As for the Hornets, Cleverley is still unable to call upon Kwadwo Bar, Georgi Chukvatadze, Yasser Larouchi and Angelo Ogbonna. Defender Kevin Keeban is hoping to make the matchday squad after missing the last 9 matches with a muscle injury. The experienced duo of Sissoko and Kayembe are both suspended following their red cards in Friday's defeat to Burnley. We say, Portsmouth 2, Watford 1. Portsmouth will be full of confidence following Friday's impressive win over Norwich, and we think that they will back up that result by claiming a narrow victory in Monday's contest, especially as they have won 10 of their last 15 home matches.
So, obviously, let's hope they both got that one right. And we'd take that, wouldn't we? Bite your hands off. What a lovely afternoon it will be if we can get either of those results that are predicted there and can look at the table, not as we did this time last season from the top down, but from towards the bottom up and see ourselves safe. We would certainly be safe if we win the game against Watford. I think that's mathematically certain. Perhaps slightly depending on the performances of some of the other teams below us. But that will make a nice rounding off to the Easter weekend, and it will mean that we can look forward to our last couple of games, particularly the very last game against Hull, with no bitten fingernails, with no heart rates a-pounding. We can just enjoy ourselves. And we've earned it, all of us. The staff at Pompey, the players, the management, the owners, and the fans have earned a good day out.